The story we're going to tell you today is a great Chinese classic called Journey to the West, affectionately known as Monkey King. It's actually based on a journey that took place in 629 by a monk who went from China to India to bring back the Buddhist scriptures. And it was so amazing that he made this 17-year journey, and Buddhism came to China in a full-grown way because of him bringing back the scriptures, that this story was told over and over again. And about 1,000 years later, a novelist by the name of Cheng'En took this legend and created a 2,000-page novel. But, you know, he couldn't just write about this dedicated, pure-hearted monk. He needed to put some excitement in the story, and so he created an alter ego for him, known as the impetuous, wild Monkey King, who wanted everything for himself. So we have these two that go on a journey together in the story we're about to tell you. We have the Tang priest, whose name is Sanzang, and then we have his alter ego, Monkey King, who wants me, everything. And all that the Tang priest wants to do is share with everyone all the wisdom that he can understand to relieve the suffering. So they're journeying together 10,000 miles, and the question is, how will they be able to get along together? Which is really the question we all have, because we're all journeying all the time with those two parts right inside ourselves. The part which wants everything our way. You know that part? And then the part which really wants to serve and help others. Fortunately, on the journey, there is the Bodhisattva of compassion, Greene, who guides them. She looks after them on their journey. And so this great journey is very loved by Buddhists because of Greene, who relieves suffering for anyone who asks, as well as for the fact that the journey is not necessarily to get there, but to be aware every step of the way of being on a journey. It begins with Monkey King. Now he realizes he's going to die. As soon as he realizes this, he leaves all the Monkey Kings of Flower Fruit Mountain, all the little monkeys, and he goes to find a master who will teach him immortality. The master gives him a name, Shunu Kong. Can you say that? Shunu Kong. Excellent. Which means awake to emptiness. He teaches him how to cloud somersault all over the world, and he teaches him the transformations. He goes home and decides he needs a weapon, so he goes to the bottom of the Eastern Sea and finds a compliant rod, which is compliant with his wishes, meaning it either becomes as small as a needle and fits in his ear, or as huge as a mountain, whatever he wishes. With this rod, he causes havoc on earth. He goes up to heaven. He nearly destroys heaven. The emperor doesn't know what to do. No one can defeat him. 100,000 soldiers, the sun, the moon, no one. So the emperor sends for Buddha. Buddha takes Monkey and throws him out of heaven and puts him in a long time out inside 5-element mountain. That's where our story is going to begin. Now, one last bit of advice. Try to forget everything I just told you. I mean, don't worry about anything. We're just going to go on a journey and have a good time. It's a story, right? And it's a lot of fun. And if you try to remember things, you'll get terribly confused. A week later, you'll figure out what it's about, or maybe a month, or maybe a year. And then you'll want to hear it again. It's such a good story.